Hi there guys, welcome to Phone Arena. Today we're taking you through a video review of the HTC Radar. HTC Radar, along with its bigger brother the Titan, is one of the launch line handsets from HTC running Windows Phone 7.5. Now the HTC Radar ships with a 1 GHz processor, a 3.7-inch Super LCD display, and a 5 megapixel camera with a single LED flash. It's also a unibody constructed device, so feels really nice and solid. Can the Radar deliver, or is it really going to just deliver more of the same Windows experience we've had from the very similarly spec'd Mozart and Trophy? Let's find out. Starting with the physical design, and we can safely say that HTC Radar really builds upon what the Mozart and Trophy brought. The unibody construction feels extremely nice and solid. We really like it. It feels so great in the hand. The little chin at the bottom makes it sit very comfortably when talking on the phone. It feels very considered. It also has a very nice soft touch on the top back and bottom back, which make it very comfortable to hold. They are the exact parts that your hand naturally touches, and it really works. As far as the screen goes, the 3.7-inch capacitive display is a Super LCD screen. It's really vibrant and bright. Sure, it's not as deep as AMOLEDs, but we weren't never going to expect that. But what we do get are some really vibrant, bright colors and a really nice responsive interface with fantastic viewing angles. So the screen performs well and the physical hardware performs well. Taking a look around the device, we can see 3 capacitive buttons below. You've got that chin we were talking about. To the right hand side is a camera button. Now it's a 2-stage camera button, which feels extremely nice indeed. On top of that, you have the volume rocker, while to the left hand side is a micro USB port. Up top is a 3.5mm headphone jack, as well as a power button, and on the reverse of the device you can see the 5 megapixel camera, loudspeaker, single LED flash. Now the device doesn't have a removable battery, so underneath the battery cover, which we can the back cover, we can slide in our SIM card, but that's about it, given Windows Phone 7 doesn't actually even take expandable memory. So that's the HTC Radar. As far as design and screen goes, it gets a very big thumbs up. Sure, HTC have played it safe, but it's not always easy to do a classic really well, and the Radar seems to have got everything just right. Windows Phone 7.5 is a huge upgrade. This doesn't look very different at all, but it is, mainly in terms of functionality, which, let's face it, is the day in day out usage of the handset, so hugely important. What you have primarily is multitasking, with a long press of the back button, you're being taken to this card type view. A long press back, and we can go to whatever menu we were at originally, just go straight to the start menu. Additionally, you've got cut and paste. If we create a new message, for example, we can type some content in, tap on the word, and tap on the copy icon and paste the copy icon, and tap on again to paste again, and tap on again to paste again. See, very nice and simple. There's also improved Twitter support. If we tap on the Me panel, for example, you can see all your Twitter notifications, and there's live updates for Twitter. And you can also post a message from your Windows Live Twitter or Facebook ID. You can't see it there because we haven't got Facebook set up, but we assure you it is available. You can also see threaded email messaging. Take a look at this Google message, for example, right at the bottom, and you can see it spread across 2 messages, which we can minimize and expand very comfortably. All this and more functionality improvements make Windows Phone 7 and the HTC Radar in turn an extremely usable, attractive, and more to the point, simple user experience. As far as key usability goes, such as keyboard and things like that, these remain very much unchanged, other than of course with regards to cut and paste. So the keyboard offers great general support. With good predictive typing, you can get the word you're looking for very quickly, and the keyboard size is pretty good. Considering the 3.8-inch display, we found it very easy to type on. Flip the keyboard into landscape mode, for example, and you can see that you've got 2 black bars on the side. While many may think this minimizes on keyboard space and actual typing screen real estate, what you do actually get is less travel for your thumbs, as it's quite uncomfortable for our thumbs to go to the extreme corners of the screen. So Microsoft may have done this intentionally, but we definitely found typing on this versus an Android handset with a full keyboard across the screen was easier. Well done, Microsoft. You've also got a whole host of HTC applications on board. Taking a look, for example, at HTC Hub, you can see an HTC Sense-like user interface, which then updates when you open it with weather, etc. You can slide across to stock information, news information, and featured apps. Taking a quick look at stocks, and you can see HTC have done quite a good job in making this a visually appealing UI. The landscape view will also deliver a full screen graph, visualizing your stocks in a very, very nice way indeed. As far as media goes, HTC have also included connected media, which is a DLNA type service. We found this to work quite well overall. We're glad to see HTC have given their Windows experience some really nice additional media help. However, it's great to see the core media experience also works quite well too. With Zune Music, for example, you can access tracks and play them very comfortably. Lock the phone, for example, and from the lock screen you can control a track, unlock the phone, go away from the music player, and change the volume. Will also bring up controls for your tracks. To go to the track, we can tap on the player. Going back to our Zune player, we can stop the track, or we can just jump straight into a video. Watching this Jetstream review that John did, we can see that video plays back extremely well. It was a 720p video, which we got Zune to encode into a format perfect for the handset. As you can see, flitting across various stages of the video, it does so extremely quickly and smoothly with no lag. The display is beautiful, as we mentioned earlier, nice and sharp, so it definitely makes for a great media experience, if somewhat small, but we were very able to get over this. There is SRS support when it comes to the sound, so it's quite an immersive audio experience, which is great. As far as recording video and movies and photos, on the handset, the camera is also much improved over the original HTC Trophy. You have a range of features such as panorama and burst shot, which are added onto Windows Phone 7.5 HTC handsets. Panorama shot pulls up a spirit level, as you can see, and this can be used to take a panoramic shot. Not at full resolution, however, it still nevertheless produces decent all-round results. Burst mode takes 5 shots very quickly, one after the other, in roughly between 1 to 2 seconds, giving you an average frame rate we tested at about 3.5 to 4 frames per second. What you also have are your standard scene modes. This includes macro and backlight, which tended to be two of the ones that we used the most, after auto, of course. The image looks really great from the HTC Radar. It's a little bit soft on detail sometimes, and outdoors can be slightly washed out. However, we did appreciate the f2.2 lens and found our macro functionality to work very well. Video recorded on the device also looked quite good. Again, colors can be a little bit dull, but they're for the most part accurate, and the macro functionality also worked phenomenally. The continuous focus was also amongst the best we've seen on a phone, which is great. As far as connectivity features go, you have dual band 3G and quad band GSM. You've also got GPS on board naturally, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, so everything you'd expect, and we've already mentioned the DLNA service. The DLNA service connected media will open you up to playing video and music across a local network. You've got Bing Maps on board on top of that, and the internet browser works predictably. It doesn't have any flash support, however, as with the original Windows Phone 7 browser, is extremely quick. We're connected now via Wi-Fi, and you'll see as a page loads we can zoom in and out very quickly while it's loading with no fuss whatsoever. Given the great screen, text appears very nicely, and once the page is loaded, it all looks extremely good, making web browsing a really realistic option for this device. One thing that we would say is YouTube isn't fantastic, generally delivering low quality performance. So that's been a look at the interface. As far as the speed of the handset goes, the 1 GHz processor absolutely flies. Despite the fact it's the same as its predecessor, clearly Windows Phone 7.5 is an operating system that isn't as demanding as others. So we can say you can get this handset despite this. So wrapping things up, the HTC Radar is old faithful. It does everything you want it to do and it does everything well. It's really nice and sturdy with that unibody construction feeling really great, and inside the box you can find Windows Phone 7.5 performing beautifully. The additions HTC have thrown on only add to the experience, so we're really overall impressed by the HTC Radar and Windows Phone 7.5 in general. If you're looking for an alternative handset, you may want to consider the Sony Ericsson Xperia Ray if you want an Android handset. If, however, you're looking for a Windows Phone 7 handset and you want to stick with HTC, then your natural choice is probably the HTC Titan if you want a really big media powerhouse. If, however, you want a slightly cheaper device, it might be worth looking at an older HTC Trophy, as they are quite similarly spec'd. Finally, if you want a Windows Phone device and you don't want it to be HTC at all, then the Samsung Focus Flash will be coming out soon enough, and that will have Mango on board as well. This has been a video review of the HTC Radar. I've been Basil and you've been watching Phone Arena. For more on this and other handsets, just check out www.phonearena.com.